What's up, guys? This is Jordan again from Team Elite Savij, and today I have a Plunder Patrol deck list that I would like to show you guys. It's a little rogue deck that I've been taking to locals and I found a little bit of success with. I haven't played it recently, but before Burst of Destiny came out, I have seen a bunch of success, and it's really fun when people don't expect it. And I want to show you guys a cool little fun rogue deck that's actually really budget too, that anyone could pick up and do well with. And I want to show you guys how cool, some of the cool combos that you can do with this deck. So with that, we will get into it. All right, now with our Plunder Patrol deck profile, I'll start out with the best starter of the deck, in my opinion, is the 3 golden hair of the newest Plunder Patrol. This card is very interesting. She enables your 1.5 card combos like this, plus any card in your hand or a Plunder card in your hand is a full combo for your turn 1 or turn 2 board. What she does is you send one other Plunder Patrol card from your hand or face up from the field to the grave, and you can special summon this card from hand. Also, you can, if she's in grave, you can discard any card from your hand and special summon this card from your grave, but you're locked into Plunder Patrol monsters, which is what a lot of the cards in this deck is going to do, is going to lock you into Plunder, but that is 100% okay. A lot of funny things that happen is they'll negate the in-hand effect, or they'll negate the graveyard effect, and then you'll add this back to your hand with any other of your Plunder Patrol effects, and then you just use the other, and they'll be like, it's not once per turn, and it's like, no, you just negated one of the other effects, so I can still do this one. It's really interesting. It's always nice seeing her in your hand. Next is what made this deck a bit more competitive, is the Black Eyes of the Plunder Patrol Sea Guy. What he does is you can target a Plunder Patrol monster in your graveyard and add it back to hand. So this paired with Golden Hair is insane. And if you do, you add that back to your hand, and then for the rest of the turn, you're locked into Plunder Patrol monsters, which is fine. If this card is sent from the hand or monster zone to the graveyard, you can target one Plunder Patrol monster in your spell and trap card zone and special summon it. So when you pair this, or if you're trying to push for game, and after this is sent for like synchro material or whatever the case may be, or link material, you can use one of your Plunder Patrol monsters, special summon it, and if you have that with fill spell, it just steamrolls. You put a lot of damage on board really fast. One of the cool things about this deck is how quickly it can snowball and things can get out of control if your opponent doesn't do anything about it. Next is a extender card. We have Bluebeard, 3 copies of this. If you control a Plunder Patrol monster, any of them except Bluebeard, you can special summon him from your hand for free. If this card is sent from the hand or monster zone to the grave, you can draw a card and discard one. So what you'll do with him is you'll have your Golden Hair or your Black Eyes or whatever other body you have, and then he just becomes free material for whatever. He's a free summon. Makes your hands a lot more versatile. A lot of lists only play him at 2, and I can understand he doesn't do anything on his own, but I still play him because he makes a lot of bad hands good if you search him or if you open them, and I value the extra body on board a lot. Next, we play 3 Whitebeard. What he does is during your opponent's turn, you can quick effect attach him a special summon on Plunder Patrol from your extra deck with the same attribute as a monster on your opponent's field or graveyard, and equip this to that card. That is extremely powerful, and then he's also a tuner, so he enables your synchro plays also as well. If he is sent from your hand or field to the from your hand or field to the graveyard, you can special summon a Plunder from your deck. So he keeps board presence for you. He's also one of the second best cards, but he doesn't do anything on normal summon by himself, unfortunately. So if you have him in your hand with Golden Hair, you usually just pitch him, and then you get a free body off of that. Next, I played the 3 copies of Redbeard. Also with a lot of lists I've seen, they only play him at 2, which is understandable because just like Bluebeard, he doesn't do a lot by himself. But he also has the neat effect of during your opponent's turn, you can basically do what Whitebeard does. You quick effect, special summon a Plunder from your extra deck and equip this card to it. And when he's sent to the graveyard or by from your hand or monster zone, you can equip him to a Plunder, like any Plunder on your field. He's really good. His effect is, in my opinion, kind of niche, but when he does help when paired with the fill spell to put out extra damage. He's really good. And the reason why, we'll get into why this deck can compete, you just play a bunch of blowouts. So we played one light Kaiju, which enables your summoning your fusion Plunder Patrol from your extra deck. Big body too, clears a lot of dumb negate like Omni Negate, Shin, Dragoon, stuff like that. We play 3 dark for Mork that you'll see in the extra deck. You need your dark, you need your access to your XZs. Also a big body beat over stuff, etc. Then we play the one copy of Dogaron, which is the fire. He's arguably the worst one because a lot of times the synchro isn't that good this meta. But some matchups it's okay, like Virtual World. In Virtual World, you'll want the synchro so you can banish spell and trap cards and get rid of their target, so their Virtual World monsters won't resolve, which is why he was really good. And then you played in your spell lineup, you play even more blowout cards in the form of Forbidden Droplet. Really powerful, helps you push through boards and set up your own and get your Plunder engine rolling. No need to explain this. You play your 2 copies of Emblem of the Plunder Patrol. What this card does is when it's equipped to a Plunder monster, that monster gains 500 attack. Also, your opponent cannot target that monster with card effects. And a lot of people seem to forget that part even though they pick up and read it. It's immune to cards like Imperm or Dogmatica Punishment, and then they'll completely have to target something else. Then the other neat thing that you can do with this card, you can send this equipped card to the graveyard and special summon 1 Plunder Patrol from your extra deck. So it becomes kind of like a pseudo Whitebeard or a Redbeard on your turn. And then the neat thing with this is it completely ignores the fact that you only can summon monsters with the attribute that your opponent has. It also will include your graveyard as well, which helps a lot with this deck, because sometimes when you play matchups such as Tri-Brigade, it becomes really difficult since they play a bunch of earth, wind, fire, and stuff like that, but not like dark and water and stuff like that. So if you were to pitch like a let's say like if you had a Veiler or something that you can pitch it and you have access to light, he's really useful. Then we play the 1 copy of Plunder Patrol Shipping. It's a fusion spell, but you rarely ever use this to actually fusion summon. This is more like discard fodder, and it has the nice graveyard effect of where you can banish this card. You can equip any Plunder Patrol monster or an emblem of the Plunder Patrol to your monster. And you can use both effects in the same turn. So let's say you were to fusion summon with this using Plunder Patrol monsters from your hand. You summon the fusion, and then immediately after you can banish this from your grave and equip the spell or a Plunder Patrol monster. And now that their effects become quick effects. So it's like a 1 card. It gets you into your negate early on to play around things like Nib. Next we played 3 copies of the fill spell Shipyard. This is a Rhoda. Searches any Plunder Patrol card, spell, trap, monster. Really helpful. By discarding 1 card from your hand. If this card is sent to your graveyard, you can bounce a Plunder Patrol card from your spell or trap card zone, whether it's a monster or trap or like continuous trap, emblem, stuff like that. You can bounce it back to your hand and set this card to your field. So a lot of people will pop this, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, and then I'll just target whatever I have in my spell or trap card zone and reset it, and then I keep advantage. So this can also help you with follow-up just by bouncing back an equipped card. Is really insane. It's really hard to get rid of. Next, we play even more blowout cards in the form of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. No need to explain this. Puts bodies on the field for your extra deck monsters to get your plays rolling. It gives you the attribute that you desire, such as light or dark, which is the main ones that you'll go into. You can also banish this from your grave and search a Kaiju for follow-up. Sometimes I use it as, I'll use this to get discard fodder from my grave. Really good card. A lot of decks do not play Omni Negates this format, and this becomes borderline free, just a free board wipe. And we played the 3 copies of Pot of Greed. why not? You don't care about banishing things in this deck because you play 3 of virtually everything. Our final blowout card, we play in our trap lineup, we play the 3 copies of Evenly Matched. No need to explain this. Like I said, a lot of decks do not end on Omni Negates. Maybe like 2 this format consistently, 2 or 3, and this will wipe the board for you so you can do your Plunder Patrol plays, because unfortunately the engine cannot push through boards on its own. You have to rely on cards such as Evenly, Droplet, and Kaiju Slumber. Then when this is the only hand trap that I play in the form of Infinite Impermanence, we play 3 copies of this. You can use this, and I don't like using this on my opponent's turn. I will use just hold this, see what they make, and then just imperm a Shinshin so I can just play for free, or imperm their only Omni Negate, imperm my Appaloosa, and then do my Plunder Patrol combos. That's mainly what this is for. Also, if you're forced to go first, you can just set this, and then you'll have additional format interruption. Then we play Don't Laugh, 2 copies of Plunder Patrol Booty. This card is arguably one of the best cards in the deck. What this does is you can declare 1 attribute. You can declare 1 attribute, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, and it becomes that attribute. So this enables your extra deck plays. And that opponent's monster that you targeted, it becomes that attribute until the end of the turn. And then you can monster reborn any Plunder Patrol card from your graveyard as long as it was properly summoned. So you can still a lot of the things I would like to do is special summon the Blackbeard from grave, assuming that it was in there, or a Synchro or Xyz that I properly summoned, just to get some big bodies on board. Is extremely strong, extremely strong. And or you could either shuffle it back into the deck, so you could keep looping your extra deck monsters because they require discards, and this ensures that you have Plunder Patrol cards in deck to keep searching for your effects. Now we'll get into the extra deck. I played 3 copies of Blackbeard. This made the deck really good. A lot of people don't know what he does, so I'll tell you. He's a quick effect. You could target 1 effect monster you control, and which would mean him or anything else that you have on your field. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a Plunder Patrol card. And you could special summon 1 Plunder from your extra deck and equip that monster that you targeted to that special summon monster from the extra deck. And then immediately after, you draw 1 card. So he enables card advantage. He keeps card advantage. He's really good. And then looping him with Plunder Patrol Booty feels so good. Next, we will show the 1 copy of Almirage. You use this for the 1.5 card combo with Golden Hair. You'll normal summon or special summon the Golden Hair, go into Almirage, use a Golden Hair effect and grave special summon, and then you go into the copy of Plunder Patrol Captain Blackbeard. Very mandatory to play in this deck. For the flex spot, I consider this a flex spot. I played the Geonator Transverser. Never really came up for me while playing this at locals. But in theory, it can be okay. Like, let's say in the case that you bait out a Dragoon, and then you can summon this, point towards the Dragoon, summon a monster at the bottom arrow of it, and you can switch control of it. Never came up, but I have tried that online. It was really interesting interaction. I played 3 Mork. You don't have to play 3 of this. You can play 2 and that'll be just fine. This is another flex spot that this deck has. I used to have a Zeus instead of it, but since you're mostly locked into Plunder Patrol, I'd rather just play the 3rd copy of this, because this is, in my opinion, maybe the 2nd best one. First, if you think the Fusion is better. But what he does is you can discard 1 card, a Plunder Patrol card, and target 1 effect monster your opponent controls and banish it. And as long as he's equipped with a Plunder Patrol card, he becomes a quick effect on your opponent's turn. And then after you banish your opponent's monster, you can search a Plunder Patrol spell or trap card. Also, if you properly summon him and he has Xyz material, he becomes like a Dingirsu, where he protects all your Plunder Patrol cards. So like when I was playing against it was a Cosmo deck with a Dogmatica engine, and he had punishment. He tried targeting this, sending a Natis, and then I just protected it twice. Like it doesn't activate, which is the neat part. And then you can protect it, your cards as long as you have material under it. Then you played the 1 copy of Bahamut Shark. No need to explain this because you'll see that we played the 2 Totally Awesome. This is a flex spot. I did see opportunities where the second Totally Awesome can come up, assuming that the Bahamut Shark stays on field. I actually did summon the second Toad. And then this is also helpful for when your opponent forces you to go first after they see all the blowout go in second cards in your main deck. This guarantees at least a negate, which is fine. It's enough to get you to live until you get to your next turn for turn 3 if they make you go first. Then we play the 2 copies of Plunder Patrol Ship List. This is your monster negate. You can special summon, he has a quick effect during the main phase. You can special summon a Plunder from your spell and trap card zone. So that means any. So even if it's equipped to another Plunder Patrol, you can special summon it. And then you get another body on board. So some of the combos that I'll do trying to push for game is I'll attack with everything. I'll show you. I'll use the Bluebeard. Attack with Bluebeard. Use Bluebeard effect to equip. Special summon a Morg, attack, and then use list effect, special summon back the captain, attack. Like it's ridiculous. He also, when equipped, he becomes a monster negate, like I said, and then he can search any Plunder Patrol card after you discard, and then it'll destroy the monster. So you can search follow up, you can search field spell, stuff like that. Really powerful card. You could argue and say this is the actual best card in your extra deck. It's between that and the XZs. And then I believe that is it. So, this deck, oh, never mind. I forgot the 2 Bron. Nobody uses him. Like, I mean, he comes up, but it's okay. Like, sometimes I'll summon him just to gain extra attack because all other fiend monsters on the field gain 500 attack except him. So pair this with the field spell, you get 1,000 attack boost. And whatever else you have in your spell and trap card zone, you'll gain attack for. When he's equipped with another Plunder Patrol card, you can quick effect target a spell or trap card your opponent controls and banish it. That's where it comes really in handy against decks like Virtual World, where they need to target stuff on their field to resolve and special summon their monsters. So that's where he's good, but a lot of the times you prefer the XZ or the fusion. And once you discard to banish one of your opponent's spell or trap, he searches a Plunder Patrol monster. So he summons he searches monster, he searches anything, and the XZ searches spell or trap. That's something to keep in mind. So with that, this is a little fun rogue deck that I've been trying out when I'm bored playing meta, and then I just want to play an anti-meta deck. It competes. I think the deck is really fun, and it's something to look into picking up if you're interested in another new budget deck to learn. The core itself is probably like less than $70 or $80, and then not including the extra deck, that's probably like another $20 for everything. Is really budget and affordable, and it's fun to play. It does have a little skill ceiling, in my opinion. It's like one of those decks where you have to play as perfectly as possible, like similar to Sky Striker, to get the most out of this deck, because one simple mistake can mean the difference between you winning and losing. So keep that in mind as playing it. But who doesn't like pirates? This deck is pretty fun, and I really enjoy playing it. So with that, that is it, and I'll catch you guys again later. Thanks. So I'll show you guys some cool Plunder Patrol combos. The main bread and butter one that you love to see, or to get your combo rolling. It revolves around Golden Hair, which is the 1.5 card combo. So this plus any discard gets you into your most optimal play. I'm just showing you guys because these are some of the other powerful cards that if you open with Golden Hair, it makes your turn so much more better. But in theory, it could be anything. So you could say these are blanks. It doesn't really matter what these are, as long as you open Golden Hair. So what you'll do is you'll go normal summon Golden Hair, link this away for a copy of your Almirage, and then you'll activate Golden Hair, Infect, Engrave to pitch, and then special summon Golden Hair. and then you'll go for link 2, and then you'll go into your copy of Plunder Patrol Blackbeard. Assuming that you break the board or whatever your opponent has in their grave, like let's say you Kaiju slumbered them and all their stuff is gone, then that's where Captain comes in effect. You also pitched this earlier, so you could do whatever with this, but that's your main combo. Like, this is what you mainly want to go for. Like, let's say you're playing against Drytron and you magically broke their board with whatever cards you had in your hand. You could use this and then use this effect. Go into your copy of your negate, and then you get to draw 1. So you'll end up with about 4 or 5 cards after everything, and then you still have, you know, whatever you can do after you pitch this. Like, you can summon a Redbeard and go into another ship, such as your Redbeard, or you can use your Black Eyes effect, add back one of these 2 that's in your grave. Let's say we'll add back the Whitebeard because he's really good follow-up, and Golden Hair is strong in grave. You'll summon this, and then you can make your XZs play. So you'll get a banish for your turn since it's not equipped with anything, and you get protection for your board. Really good. It's that's your bread and butter combo. You just your Golden Hair, go into your Blackbeard. That gets everything rolling for you.